If you're thinking about getting into the appliance repair business, one thing that has probably come to your mind is, how do I learn how to work on appliances, and how do I get the experience to work on appliances? Because obviously before you can go and work on appliance for somebody else and get paid for it, you got to know how to do it first. You got to know how to, troubleshoot it and all this other good stuff. So one of the best ways, and probably one of the best ways to learn how to work on appliances, is simply just to go and buy appliances, broken ones. Go out and buy broken appliances. You can get them for extremely cheap, sometimes free. Go out there and get those appliances. You'll have to end up going and picking them up and all that stuff, and you might pay someone $15, $20, $25 to get them. But then you can bring them back to your house, plug them in, and see what they're not doing, or what they are doing, and then you can literally at your own pace just troubleshoot that thing and figure out what is going on with the appliance, why it's not heating, or why it's not cooling, or why it's not washing, or whatever the case is. And at your own pace, you can tear that appliance down and see how that appliance works, and see the different components in it, and get a good understanding about the appliance and about the appliance field. So that's honestly, that is one of the best ways to get real, true, hands-on experience with appliances. So the only other thing is, if you can, I would recommend taking a course that teaches you like the fundamentals of appliances. And what I mean by that is, it teaches you how to read wiring diagrams, how to read schematics, how to trace wires, and all this other good stuff. Because here's the thing, and I tell this to people all the time, because this is probably like the number one question that I get asked is, how do I learn how to work on appliances? Do you teach that? And well, no, I don't in my course, or at least at this particular time right now. And in my course, which you can find at applianceprofit.com, if you want to go over there, I've got different resources. Applianceprofit.com, you can see some of the things I offer. But at this particular time in my course, I don't show you how to work on appliances. I show you the business side of appliances. I get your phone ringing, that kind of stuff. Because that's another thing. Even if you know how to work on the appliances, but you don't know how to get the phone ringing, you don't have a business. So that's what I teach you, is how to get the phone ringing. I show you. I give you everything that I use for my own business that causes my phone to ring off the hook. Matter of fact, Monday, I was just in the office, and Monday saw that they had taken 12 brand new calls before. This was morning time, before lunchtime. Can you imagine 12 calls for yourself before lunchtime? If your service charge is $100, that's guaranteed $1,200 easy before lunchtime. But that's before repair value. So that's more like a $2,500 deal right there. So that's the kind of stuff that I help you with, is that kind of stuff, getting that phone ringing, getting those calls coming in. I show you how to get the experience and all that good stuff too. But do I teach you wiring diagrams and stuff like that? No, I don't. And the reason why is because that kind of stuff is, honestly, truthfully, it is available on YouTube and online, on Google or something. You can find that kind of stuff. It'll show you how to trace wiring diagrams and the fundamentals of appliances and all that good stuff. Now it is nice to have like somebody that actually has a course, and they put it step by step, and they kind of give you everything as you need to learn it, as you need to know it. So there's nothing wrong with that. Getting a course that teaches you the fundamentals, because here's the thing, there's not going to be a course out there that says, I'm going to show you how to tear down every single washer that there is, every single dryer that there is, every single refrigerator that there is. Because let me tell you what, there are hundreds, maybe even thousands of different model washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers, microwaves. So nobody can teach you how to open every single one. Impossible. It is absolutely impossible. They can't, because how would you even get your hands on every one of those washers and dryers and refrigerators and stoves, every single model? It's not feasible. So, but here's the thing, here's the trick. If you learn the fundamentals of each appliance, every other appliance is pretty much the same. like every washer all has the same components. Like a Whirlpool washer versus a GE washer, yeah, they're different brands or different manufacturers, but they've got pretty much the same exact components and they pretty much work the same way, you know? Same thing with refrigerators. The difference between Samsung and LG and Whirlpool, yeah, they're slightly different as far as like the way they look and all that good stuff, but guess what? They got pretty much the same components and they work the same way. So once you learn the fundamentals, every other appliance is pretty much that same way. You know, once you learn how to open this washer, most of the time every other washer opens about the same way with a little bit of variances, you know, but the components on the inside are the same. So that's why I say if you were to go and you buy broken, you know, one of each, if you could, or two of each, if you can get them cheap enough and you can get two of each different, you know, washer, two washers, two dryers, you know, different makes would be nice, you know, and you learn how to open that one up and you see the components. Well, for one, if you look at a Samsung versus a Whirlpool, you tear them both down, you'll say, oh, well, yeah, I do see that the Samsung washer has pretty much the same things as the Whirlpool washer is, you know, does. It's got drain pump, it's got a motor, you know, I mean, it's all pretty much the same. So you really just need to learn the fundamentals of how appliances work, how to trace wiring diagrams and stuff like that. Once you learn that, I tell my technicians, if you can learn how to trace wires, if you can learn how to read wiring diagrams, and you learn the fundamentals of how an appliance works, there's not a appliance in this world that you cannot fix. There's not a single appliance that you can't fix because you understand how it works or how it's supposed to work. So whenever it's not working as it's supposed to work, you know what to do to troubleshoot it and fix it. So that's my recommendation is go get you a couple of appliances, because listen, I understand, like, I think that's what's holding a lot of y'all back from starting your appliance business is because you don't feel like you can learn how to do the trade, and I completely understand that. So I think that's what holds a lot of y'all back, because that is one of the most biggest questions that I get before anybody buys my course is well, how do I learn how to do it? And a lot of y'all don't take action on the course just because you don't know how to do it and you don't think that you can do it. But that, I'm telling you, it's easy. If that's what's holding you back, then that's silly, you know, because everybody has to start somewhere. You know, with every trade, it doesn't matter. You got to start somewhere. So that's where you should start, is by buying some broken appliances and fixing them, tearing them down at your own pace, getting comfortable with it. And then you'll see, well, man, this really is not so bad. It's not as hard as it seems like whenever you finally start digging in, tearing things apart and figuring it out. It's not that bad. And like I said, I've got resources at applianceprofit.com. Go over there, check it out. You know, I've got a course there. I've got one-on-one coaching. I've got a mentorship program. I got just everything possibly that you could actually need to be successful. You know, I got it. I'm glad to help y'all. So go over there to applianceprofit.com, and I will have a link in the description below. But that is how you can get experience with appliance repair. So hope to see you over there.